This is your boy, Mr. G. We're out on the wet ground on what is supposed to be a 58-degree day right after a week where we had snow. So, yeah. This never happened when I was a kid in New Jersey. We had very distinct seasons. It was like, hey, it's winter now, and now it's going to snow. When it's done snowing, it's going to be spring, and it's not going to snow. The temperature will be this, and then it'll change to this. So, I don't know. This crazy, but, I can't complain at the moment because it's late November, and I'm on a motorcycle. So, 3 reasons why. 3 big reasons why your boy G rides Japanese motorcycles. Alright, now, first one should be evident. Cost. I say it like cost is literally a part of my triple C's when I review a bike. But I'm just going to take my Yamaha V-Star 1300 Deluxe as an example. I bought that thing brand new. It was a 2014 model in the crate as 2015 had just hit. All right, what was I looking at as a Caucasian male in the United States who's a motorcycle rider over the age of 35? I was looking at baggers. Just like everybody else that's like me that fits that descriptor, right? I was looking at Harley Davidson baggers, let's be honest, right? Indian had just hit. I was looking at this new line of motorcycles that had been reborn, and I was riding them, and I was going, woo! These things are beautiful, and they are amazing, and they are everything that what did you just say you want for that? What? How much? They are everything that I will never pay for. Because they just were ridiculously expensive. But I still wanted a 2-up, comfortable machine that would tote my luggage around. I could do some mods to do long distance on it. And so what were my options? Well, at the time, Yamaha had put out the V-Star 1300 Deluxe. And long story short, or long story coming to an end, because that was not short at all, my bike had a $10,000 difference in the price. The shocks were just as good at the time as the Harleys that were comparable. They're not anymore, but they were. The fairing was amazing. It had a stereo. It had GPS. It had Sirius XM available to you. It had 2 gigantic bags, bigger than what Harley was offering. Decent seating and a decent riding position with floorboards and a heel-toe shifter. And it was $10,000 less. Like, I can't, in my right mind, shell out the extra 10 and I'm getting cruise control and the name Harley Davidson on the tag. I can't do it. Like, I just couldn't do it, guys. And I don't regret buying the Yamaha because it actually winds up that while I do have gripes with it, it has continued to be way more of a bike than I thought I was getting. And that brings you to my second part of this whole deal. Second reason why I ride a Japanese motorcycle or cycles, they last. They're not constantly in the shop. They last longer than I'm going to last. Especially if people keep pulling out in front of me while I'm, accelerating. I mean, you don't have mechanical problems with them. I had a guy run into my V-Star with a truck, knock it over, things got smashed and broken apart. The bars were misaligned, and I picked it up, turned it on, and rode it to the dealership. Just started immediately. No crash bars on it. Just started immediately. Oh, what do we got going on up here? These bikes that the Japanese put out are cost effective for the purchaser, and they are reliable, and that is very intentional. They're trying to break the American market constantly and have been doing it for decades by giving you something that will last longer and cost you less. Of course you're going to come back and buy another one. Of course you are. And when they first hit the Japanese market, the American bikes were trash. The British bikes that were coming over were trash, basically because they didn't have real mechanics putting them together, but that's a whole nother story. And that's also covered in one of my Name That bikes. What are they having me do here? Can I go straight? I can. And the third reason why, and this is a strange one, why I ride Japanese motorcycles, is because status doesn't matter on a motorcycle the way it does on a car. Here's what I mean, and I found this out just by chance. I used to drive my 2011 almost mint condition Chevrolet Corvette. Everywhere I went, I got attention for it. Everywhere. I got hate for it. I got so much attention. I mean everywhere, like little old ladies, literally on several occasions, little old ladies came up to me and said, I like your car, it's beautiful. Corvette aficionados everywhere would stop me and ask the year and what engine does it have and how do you like the acceleration. If I was getting gas or petrol, I could not just get gas and pull away. Everywhere I went, I got, props for it. The equivalent of that would be like an Indian or a Harley if you're in the States, except for they're not an equivalent at all in any way. When I drove my Harley around, it was the same matching color, atomic orange looking color as my Vet, and I had this beautiful Sportster. I mean, just all the chrome blinging, beautiful looking bike, great paint, and nobody cared. I mean, not even Harley guys. I get as much attention on my Japanese motorcycles as I did on my American one, which is to say I don't get any. Like, nobody cares. Only motorcycle people know motorcycles, So, it's just, it's not about the recognition as much. It can still be there, but not as much. So that's my 3 reasons why I personally ride Japanese motorcycles. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit me up in the comment section. And please don't feel like I wouldn't ride an American motorcycle, because I would. But I have reason to be on this right now. Your boy G, and I'm out. Peace.